It's on. It's on. It's on. Gong, gong, gong. Hello, welcome to Show and Tell, the podcast.
It's like a twitch you've got that the minute you're on air, it's just song.
Isn't it? Yeah. It is Stacey, Monty and Mel, the Show and Tell girls. We are the home of conversations that connect women. Woo-hoo. Thanks for listening into our podcast. And you know what's exciting me is, and I hate this word community, but we're building such a gorgeous community. We love hearing from you bloody legends.
Yes, we do.
During the way in between podcasts, we just send around the messages that you guys are sending in on Instagram or through to Stacey at showandtellonline.com.au.
Yeah, they're very cute. We love it.
So we're based in Victoria. We're fucked, aren't we?
Oh, Jesus.
Look, it could have happened anywhere. I think we were just really unlucky.
You're so defensive.
I am so defensive of Melbourne.
It is surprising it's here and not Sydney for some reason.
I know. I was saying to Monty before I read an article and it was saying Australia's second most populous city, and I was like, fuck off.
Yeah,
second?
Yeah, you don't have to do that.
I know. It's just unfortunate. I think it's just a bad circumstance. I'm sure all the other states have been,
Well, no, they haven't.
Well, of course they have. They just haven't been caught yet. So their time will come.
No.
She wants the country to go down so Victoria.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
No, it's pretty full on though. So the Premier's just put out saying they're going to do a blitz of testing in certain suburbs and
at least it's relatively contained though. Like it's not just anywhere and everywhere. Like they've got hot spots.
There's going to be, until there's a vaccine, which I personally don't believe there is actually ever going to be.
Nah.
That there is going
it's
to
never
be.
Go away.
There's going to be just pockets where it's constantly coming up.
Maybe instead of a vaccine, they might come up with something that if you start showing symptoms, you get tested, you've got it, then they may be able to intervene in some way.
Like a treatment of some form.
Yeah, to stop it.
Yeah.
Because they've got a flu vaccine, but that doesn't stop you from getting the flu.
Well, not all strains of flu, it doesn't.
There'll be a vaccine, I reckon. It's just going to be a while. Yeah, totally.
Well, they don't have
years.
Yeah, they don't have one for the cold. Like there's so many. I don't reckon.
It's never going to go away. We can't act like it's going to go away.
No, it's here forever. And if we don't have a vaccine, like how are we going to live our life? You know, it's if you think about it, it's like, well, anyway, day by day. And I guess we've just got to go back to being a little bit stricter. Like I was in a shop the other day and I was standing quite close to a lady and she turned around and said, I'm just feeling a little bit, it's a little bit too close. Can you step back? And I got offended. And then I was like, the fucking poor bitch just literally asked me to move back because I was too close. But because it had been, I'd relaxed so much, I was like, oh, calm down.
I am sick of that though. I am sick of in the shops, like I'm out at sports now and I'm like, I'm sick of thinking about it.
Yeah.
I just want to be able to tap someone on the shoulder and touch them and stuff. Like all that, the natural human element. I'm sick of it not being there.
I know, but it's even worse now. I reckon I let my guard down so much. We've got to.
You know what the thing is too? Like they're saying it's, family transmissions and stuff being at home. I know just for me, if I go and see my mum or whatever, I'm not staying 1.5 metres away.
Neither.
When people are at home, case in point.
Yeah.
Us sitting here. But, like you don't. That's when you let your guard down. If you go to the shops, it's so much easier to sort of just, you see someone else in the aisle, you sort of move away or whatever. But,
You know what? There's been a spike in impulse purchasing of caravans. Oh, God.
Desperate for a holiday.
Oh, because no one can fly overseas and we can barely go interstate.
Yeah.
All right, Darren, we're getting a caravan.
Darren.
And we're taking it on the road.
I'd love to do that. All I want to do is get a Winnebago and just do a full Australia trip for 3 months.
Do it.
6 months.
You definitely should do it. I've known people that have done it, said that's the best thing ever. I
the
get
kids
car
are
sick.
little too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you would be a nightmare.
There
Could
is
you
no
imagine?
way.
Go around to the shops in this one. Oh, I've got a headache.
Car
I
sick.
feel a bit woozy.
Yeah, I'm not good in the car at all. I would love to be able to do something like that. Just
so
go
fun.
up the coast, stop and get out, Best thing for kids too.
Yeah.
You got to do it soon though.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
I know.
Next couple of
I
years.
take my 3-year-old right now, mate.
Nah.
I'll throw him out the window.
Oh,
He's a monster.
Okay, so normal people, the Marianne and what was his name?
in the show?
Yeah, Marianne and Connell.
Connell.
Are coming back for 2 more episodes.
I can't tell you how much happiness that has brought me.
When did this happen?
I just read it and I told Stacey and she was like, what? It's like I just told her, like, we just won $1 million.
Legit. I'm missing it so much.
When's
I think
that
about
happening?
It still.
Well, apparently it's in the works now, but the difference is going to be that it's about 20 years in the future, and Marianne and Connell will find out what happens to them 20 years down the track. So are they together? Are they not?
I feel like this is going to be a bad ending.
No.
They've got too much of a history of up and down.
Yep,
They
agree.
just love it. It'll be at the end. They love each other so much, but they just can't be with each
agree.
Oh,
other.
that they're happily married and they've got kids and stuff.
No, there's no way it'll be that big.
That's too easy.
Fast forward
too
20
easy.
years, they'll be bored of each other. They're not having hot sex anymore. Like there's just no way it's going to be that.
Oh,
Maybe someone's going to have an affair.
Yeah,
die.
I reckon.
Or die. Just went dark. All of a sudden.
I'd
I
rather
know.
them die than not love each other.
I know.
I spoke to Michaela Bannis, who's an actor from Upper Middle Bogan, McLeod's Daughters.
yeah.
We've had her. She was our very first guest of On the Couch like 7 years ago. She is still acting, but she's also an intimacy coordinator now. And she was trained by the woman who was the intimacy coordinator on Normal People.
Wow.
Yeah. Because she said in how she explained it is like you don't give somebody a sword and go, there you go, have a act out a fight. Like it's all coordinated, and it's the same with love scenes.
It's like choreographed.
It's totally choreographed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And she said, so she works with the actors, make sure they're comfortable. They go through, where they'll be touching and.
Oh, God.
And so sometimes they're naked if it's not full humpy hump, but then when they do the actual, simulating sex, they'll have on modesty cloths and stuff like that. I just can't help but go, there is no way Connell didn't have a raging hard on filming
How
that.
not? But when you see, like I think we talked about this before, like they showed footage of them being filmed, so you can see the crew around them. Literally barely air between them, that much camera around the room for like a 360. Like I don't think you could get a hard on when everybody's, like it would be so not intimate how they film that.
I don't know.
I don't know
how
either.
awkward only got a hard on though. Like, what do you say? I'm so sorry.
It would. There is no doubt it wouldn't be nice for them, like having that many people there. But human nature, like when you get into a kiss and stuff, you would
She'd probably be offended if he didn't get a hard on.
Yeah. I just don't think if they're, I don't know how they don't.
I wonder if 365 days had an intimacy coach, or they just let him go for it.
Yeah.
Just, you know what? Just hump. Just make it easy for everyone and just actually do it.
Guys actually wear, do they wear like almost like a
box?
Yes, like a thing cricketers wear. It's
a box.
to stop the friction, maybe from all the rubbing. Sexy.
Anyway, so that's coming out.
Oh, God.
So Pride Month in America at the moment, Ruby Rose has done a collaboration with Crocs. What do you guys think of this?
I think there's no pride in wearing Crocs. I hate Crocs so much.
I do too. My middle child is really into Crocs and I've had to just let it go.
My dad wears Crocs.
Your dad also rides his bike around the town in Budgie Smugglers.
In Budgie Smugglers, he does. So this collaboration, you've got to see it. It's like she has seriously just done a rainbow shit on a pair of Crocs. It's so disgusting. Just black with swirls of red and yellow and blue through them. And I just am like, Ruby, seriously, like if Crocs comes to you and says, let's do a collaboration, you can just say no. It's one of the strangest collaborations for Pride Month. There is no one putting those on.
Can you imagine Ruby Rose in a pair of Crocs? I don't think so.
But like they're so uncool that you'd have to be extremely cool for them to even look okay.
Well, not even Bella Hadid is pulling off these Crocs. They're so bad. And apparently Crocs gave a donation to something. I forget what it was. But so not even a percentage of the sales is going.
Oh, no way.
That's so weird.
The
LGBTQI plus.
Is that how
LGBTQI plus?
Yes.
Yeah. Good job. Bloody
Well
good job.
Yeah, good job.
Yes. And also Britney Spears gave a message out to her fans.
Oh, Brit.
Hello, Brit.
Standing up against a wall with all the smudged raccoon eye.
Can we just briefly talk about where are her people saying stop with the black, thick eyeliner.
But when your people around you are on the payroll, they're not saying
that's right.
shit. Have a listen to this.
To all my friends at the LGBTQ community, happy Pride Month. You guys bring so much heart, passion, and articulate everything you do. Because of you, I've had the best nights of my life. I love you so much it hurts. Happy Pride Month. Baby, be quiet!
And her boyfriend calls out. But it's just like this. I love you so much it hurts. It's so inauthentic.
You can hear the anxiety
Yes.
coming out of the sound.
Yes.
Like,
It made me uncomfortable.
She sounds wired, like she's had 25 coffees and then gone, hey, let's do a message on my Instagram fans. Let's do it. That's what it sounds like. She's like that dog, you know what she sounds like? You know that, remember that cartoon, the two dogs? It was like the bulldog and then the little one. Hey, Spike, want to go out, Spike? Do you remember that?
No, I don't remember it.
Oh,
But if you ever fall into a rabbit warren of her Instagram, you feel like, I can't even explain how I feel, but I feel like she's on a cliff and someone has to get a net for her. Like it's uncomfortable.
Oh, totally. It has been for quite some time.
Oh, I feel bad for her.
So you just learnt what pansexual is, Stacey.
Yeah, and I don't know if I should be embarrassed or if it's like a new thing. Do you guys know what pansexual means?
No, the word pansexual has been used for a long time.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not familiar with. I don't know either.
Okay. So the actual definition of it is it's characterized by sexual desire or attraction that is not limited to people of a particular gender identity or sexual orientation. So like bisexual is female, male. So bi is obviously two. Whereas pansexual is referring to...
No. Hold on. So if you're bisexual, you're into both men and women.
Yes.
Yes.
So pans is more than that, obviously, because not everyone can be
you're
characterised
into
as men or women.
Men, women, transgender.
Yes. Yeah, basically you're just
gender fluid.
Completely take no regard of gender identity
okay.
at all. Like you just love, obviously,
Just
the person
humans.
and the connection with...
Yeah.
but I'd never heard that phrase before or word before.
Isn't it
Just
so
a bit silly,
strange,
really,
isn't it? It
But
just
it makes
feels,
sense.
of course it does.
Bisexual is putting them in a pocket, really, isn't it? Like it doesn't include everybody, even though people assume it kind of does because you're men and women. You know?
Yeah. Yes.
I'm glad I know now.
I know. That's how I feel almost with sexual orientations now. I've got to re-educate myself.
Totally.
Because I just am completely behind the 8 ball. I also think because with that I'm very much like whatever, whatever you're into. Like
I know.
none of it hurts anybody. Go for it, you know.
Yep.
But there are so many different terms, and there's that great show You Can't Ask That, and I started to watch that the other day.
It's so good.
Is it? I haven't seen it.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, it's great because they have on all different forms of people, all minority groups essentially, and then they read out a question. That, you know, really you would never normally ask. Yeah. And then they respond to it.
Good idea.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. And they have all different people on that. It's actually a really great one to watch if, like us, you are a bit behind the 8 ball when it comes to, because you don't realise that you can be offensive.
Totally.
You might say something that is really offensive. Like often if we'll have a guest on, and Yumi, my co-host on the 3 p.m. pickup, is so across this because she's got young girls at school, and she's like, so many people identify as they or them at their school. So it's like the younger generations, it's completely normal to them now. Like, you know, when we were growing up, being gay was very normal. Yeah. And I remember my dad saying, oh, but it's a choice, because he was very uneducated about it.
Totally.
And I'm like, no, Dad, it's completely not. And when one of my friends was had newly come out, he had said to me, I wish I could have a pill that would make me straight. Oh. That was in the early days. Now he completely doesn't think like that. But I said that to my dad, and I think my dad was like, oh, okay. Because I think he would be like, well, why are they so flamboyant and this and that? Just that old school mentality.
Yes. That they think they're putting it on, but it's actually just who they are.
Totally. But to us, that was really quite normal. And now I feel like, oh my God, hold on. I don't want to be the uneducated generation of, what's a they? That's ridiculous. Because it's so not. It's just that now people have more freedom and there's more acceptance, but still it's pretty fucking hectic.
Isn't it? It is.
For them, you know. So I've got to do, you know, on the lifelong education journey of
well, we've got young kids too, so it's part of what we should be doing. We should be being educated enough so that when things pop up for them, we're not the idiot in the room.
Well, totally.
Like, what does that mean?
When it comes to racism and different, you know, did you even say different sexualities or different, what would you?
Sexual preferences? I don't know.
It's not necessarily
No, it's not even a
preference.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Like my preference isn't men. I'm just completely into men.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah, you're not
could we be
choosing.
born?
Sexual identities, maybe. Like who you identify with sexually. You know what I mean? Like we would identify sexually with men, but there are people who would identify sexually with
straight,
everybody.
or you identify as,
Yeah, I think that's right. But I think the main thing is just go for who you want.
Yeah.
That's it. Love who you want. And that's it. Like there's really no discussion to have about it. It's
I
so
know,
strange.
but we say that, but it's very different for a lot of people. Like, and that was probably quite offensive to people that are living their life differently than you
I'm
or I.
saying how
go
it
through.
should be.
Oh, hands
that's
down.
how
But
it should be.
same as-
I know it's not like that, but I think
the
that's
same
how
as
it
race.
should be.
We're just like, of course it should be. It should be equal, and it is mind-boggling that it's not, but it's not.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Something else before we go.
What?
Miley Cyrus. Have a listen to this.
Hi, Miley Cyrus.
Hi, Mark. I'm so happy to see you.
I'm so happy to see you and your mullet. It's
Yum,
amazing.
I've put on a white button down twice in my entire life. Once for this and once for when I interviewed Senator Elizabeth Warren. And in the past 4 months, I think I've washed my hair twice. Once for you and once for Sir Elton John.
Loves a name drop, doesn't she?
Do you think she's being serious?
Yeah, in the last
Definitely.
4 months has washed her hair 2 times.
She would have some itchy scalp.
The pong of dirty hair is so nasty.
Yeah, it's
It's like
awful.
dreadlocks, isn't it? It's that
Oh,
smell of.
but you even know when your own hair's like.
Yeah.
It's like a sweaty smell almost.
That's what I
like a-
think too. Like, what happens when you work out? Like, because I drip sweat and it does
Yeah.
smell.
Sam's hair smells because he washes it max once a month, but he works out every day.
What?
Yeah.
once a
Yeah.
month.
Why?
Max. I don't know. And his pillow's disgusting. When I make the bed and if the pillows get mixed up, I know from the smell of his. Because it's just that hair oil pong.
I can't get past the fact he washes his hair once a month.
Oh, if that.
Yeah, I know. But my hairdresser did say, because I used to wash my kids' hair every day. Like, I was one of those people that never skipped it.
Yeah.
And she was like, you do not need to be washing these kids' hair.
No,
any
I
more
agree
than
with
once
that.
a week. 'Cause
Yeah,
they're not
probably
sweaty
I agree with
yet,
that,
I guess.
yeah.
But the more you wash your hair, the more oil you create, right?
Well, my son's hair, I can smell because he sweats a lot in his sleep. If he doesn't wash his hair every day, his hair has a smell to it. And I'm like, you know, like he'll get out of the shower and I'll be like, let me smell your hair. You've got to go back in and wash it because it
Really?
stinks. Yeah.
what is it with boys sweating in
I don't
bed every
know.
night?
My boys do so bad.
Disgusting.
And he only sleeps in his underwear. He doesn't even wear pajamas,
My
even
kids
in
don't
this
even
cold.
put Doonas on.
Yeah. Oh,
And they're sweating.
Yeah, my boys sweat. Like sometimes I'll go and kiss them goodnight. I'm like, oh my God, you're sweating like a pig. It's crazy. I wonder if it's little boys. Does your daughter sweat more?
no,
I wonder
not
if
at
it's
all.
Boys.
Maybe. And also, my son's like terrified of everything. So he sleeps with the covers over his head. Do you remember doing that as a kid? Oh, God, I
Does
did.
he really sleep the whole night with it over his
No,
head?
when he goes to sleep, he puts the covers over his head. And then when I go check on him before I go to bed, he's all out of the, like he's just out of it.
Yes. He's
Out of
overheated.
everything.
I would feel
Yeah.
having the covers over your head making it pitch black is scarier.
No,
You can't
I think
see.
he doesn't want to see any sort of shadow.
Sensor, yeah.
He doesn't want to open his eyes for the fear of seeing something. I think he feels controlled
Yeah.
being covered.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Who else hadn't? Was it Trini and Susanna? She said she
Oh,
only washes
okay.
her-
So Susanna, who was one half of Trini and Susanna, she just went 6 weeks without washing her hair. And I think she said she got to the second week and she was itchy and irritated. But she said on that 6th week when she hit it and she washed her hair, you know how like I always double wash my hair because you know when your hair's a bit dirty and you wash it, it doesn't foam up and you're like, okay, I have to do a second
Yes.
wash.
Yeah.
She only needed to do 2 washes. And she said afterwards, she said, my hair is in such great condition now. And I'm like,
it would get itchy and stuff too if I
Can you
don't wash
imagine?
mine. Because
How long have you been? How long have you gone before?
A week. I like maybe would occasionally push it out, but no, once a week I try and wash mine. But it does get itchy and stuff because I use so much dry shampoo.
Yeah.
But it is self cleaning, like
they
the
say
vagina.
if you can pass that point,
Yes.
if you can get over that point, it's actually meant to be really good to do.
It's like
once every now and then. Yeah, I guess
when you
so.
get past a certain point.
Are you all right with your deodorant
I'm
now?
right now.
Oh, wow.
And I did read up about it. It takes like 7 days, I think, for the aluminium to come out of your system. So you sweat like excessively, which was what I've been in. I'm like, oh my God, it is literally dripping out of me. And I had to try a few, obviously, deodorants as well. But now I'm fine. Like I still have to put it on one more time than my old.
You probably have to put it on twice a day, so much better.
Yes.
I'm trying to get my partner Sam. Sorry, I've said I've been called up for that. Called out for calling my partner Sam. But I'm trying to get him to swap over. It's I know it's probably a bigger thing for a guy. I think they probably sweat a bit more. But I'm like, mate, you're just putting full fucking chemicals into.
Guys don't sweat more than me though. If I can do it, they can do it.
I really want him to do it.
I don't think I'll ever go to natural.
Why?
Deodorant. I would be so paranoid of the smell.
You just put more on.
Yeah, you can smell when you smell. Your glands
you
are
can.
right there. I'm just so paranoid of cancer, like so paranoid.
But
of
hair's
it.
the same as underarms. Like once you strip it of all that, it's not going to produce the oil excessively like we're making it.
I just feel like there's so much stuff we do. Then should we be washing our hair with shampoo? Like they say the stuff in shampoo's not good for you.
Everything's
and then what
fucked
you
for
put,
us.
anything you put on your skin, makeup, skincare, wash your hands with soap. Like it's just
It's also very easy to do natural products now and they're much better. Like they are actually good.
Yeah.
You know?
It is hard. It's like if you think about it too much, you can get overwhelmed. So I just pick and choose a couple of things.
I was just funny with my kids when they started. Like my daughter, I think she was probably about 9 when she started to get BO. And I was like, okay.
Oh, really?
Don't want her. And Luca's got BO too. Like I'm like, you have to wear deodorant now. And I'm like, with Dom, I remember thinking, okay, just natural.
Yeah.
I'm just going to get a natural deodorant. But she'd get home from school and I could still smell it. And I was like, I'm not going to have the smelly kid at school. So now they just wear deodorant like us.
But you didn't get one of those crystal sticks, did you?
No, I didn't. I got, you know what I even tried? Remember the one that we had, the no pong?
Oh, yeah.
The paste?
Oh, that made
Yeah.
me really
I tried that.
And it didn't work.
No.
What a pity. Nothing worse than a pongy school kid.
Yeah,
Foul.
I know.
All right, we're going to get out of here, you bloody legends. Thanks for listening in. So many podcasts to listen to and you're listening to ours.
Yeah, we're wrapped.
Thank you. Make sure you get in touch with us, Show and Tell online on all our socials. And if you are watching listening to us, can you take a photo and then tag us on social? Let us know where you're listening to us.
Yeah.
And go into iTunes and rank us and comment and how needy are we, but whatever. Just fucking do it. Bye for now.
Bye.